Hello, everybody. This is Kritika Bharati, and I'm the GATS Youth Committee Chairperson for this year. And today I'm joining you to give you a brief information about the GATS Presidential Service Award. So let me jump over to my presentation here. I'm going to do a quick screen share, so please bear with me. I hope you all can see my screen. Okay. Okay, so before we dive into the actual presentation, I want to give you a quick overview of GATS. So as you all know, GATS stands for Greater Atlanta Tamil Sangam. We are actually a 43-year-old organization, nonprofit organization formed to promote culture, charity, and education. So over these 43 years, apart from these three main pillars of GATS, we have grown in many other areas too, like sports, youth, and much more. In that, particularly, I'm here to talk about the youth committee. In youth, also, we have various branches where your students can volunteer and they can gain experience as well as gain volunteer hours for their work. Okay, so in GATS, we have three branches in the youth committee. One is the general branch, and the next is education, and third is the cultural. So general committee covers all the volunteering related to the cultural events. So in GATS, you know that we have Pongal event, Diwali, Chitrai Tiruvira, Muttamil Vizha, and so many other events. So for all these events, it's not possible just for the adult volunteers alone to pull off a great event. So definitely we need students' help too. And that is where students and your children can definitely come in and help us. So the other places where they can volunteer are related to charity and sports. So in charity this year, we had this 5K walk, and then every month we have the MedShare events. So students can volunteer there. And for sports, we have the volleyball, cricket, and all that. So students can come in and as per their convenience, they can either volunteer at the registration desk or see where else they can help out, and they can volunteer according to that. So for this kind of volunteering, you can reach out to Mrs. Vatsala Arvind. She handles the general youth committee. So she normally sends up, once you join the youth committee WhatsApp group, you will be getting notifications on when these events are coming up, and you'll be presented with a sign-up sheet where you can sign up for the various jobs that you can volunteer. Okay, so next section is the education section, and this is where I take care of these like various programs that you see here. So the first one is the GATS tutoring program. GATS tutoring program is a program that's been running for 5 years now, and this is basically a free tuition service for K through 12 students. Okay, so this is mainly run by the high school students. So they teach the elementary, middle school, and even the high school students. So this was started in 2019 as a in-person session. So slowly after COVID, we transitioned to an online session. And first we started with 2 days, and now we are running for 6 days per week. So whenever your student needs help, they can always reach out to us, and we'll assign a one-on-one tutor to them to help them with their needs. Okay, and next we have the GATS SAT coaching. So if your student or your child has scored 1550 or above in SAT, we really welcome them to teach in our GATS coaching program. So this is also run all year through. And for this year in particular, we have done 3 different sessions, like in a span of every 3 months. So this program is really popular. We have students outside of Atlanta too. So we students from various places have benefited out of this. So if your child is going to take SAT, we ask them to please join this program and make use of it. And next is the GATS Summer Boot Camp. So during during summertime, you might be wondering how to engage your children. So you don't have to look further at all. GATS has got you covered. This summer, if we have to talk about the boot camp, we offered 3 different programs: painting, chess, and coding. So this is also taught by high school students. So this is a great area to volunteer too. So apart from the academics, they bring in new dimensions, like, okay, apart from the curricular things, they bring in new subjects where the students can enhance their skills. And next is GATS internship. This is not a place for volunteering. This is where most students get like experience, hands-on experience on the real life jobs. But I've just listed it here because that is another branch that I handle in education. Okay, and next we'll move on to the GATS video library. So this is an initiative that was started last year. So what this means is, like, if your student has scored 4 or above in an AP subject, we welcome them to be part of creating videos in the GATS video library. So what we do is we take each and every AP subject, break them unit by unit into 10-minute videos. So far, we have done it for 4 different subjects, and we are encouraging more volunteers to join us to create more videos for this. And next is the GATS and PVSA. So that is what we are going to talk about for the rest of the presentation. So no, I'm not going to go more into that for now. So as you can see in education, there are so many areas where your students can make use of these opportunities and teach others and gain experience and gain volunteer hours. And the last wing in the youth committee is the cultural branch. So in the cultural branch, you have 2 sections. One is the GATS youth dance, which is handled by Mrs. Nandini. And the other one is the GATS youth band, which is handled by Mrs. Madhu. So what your students can do is, if they're well versed in dance, they can join the youth dance committee, and they can do choreo and train students who are part of this committee. So year long, we have multiple programs in GATS, and not all students go to a dance school, or they don't have a group where they can dance. So you can always join the GATS youth dance, where there'll be like high school students who will train your students to be part of various programs. So this is a really great opportunity for your child to be on stage in every GATS event. And also we have the GATS youth band. In that, a youth is a part of it to coordinate these activities. But if you're well versed in teaching others also, you can be in the leader seat, you can take the lead, and you can coordinate the various programs. Okay, so now that you're familiar with all the branches of GATS, I mean, the youth committee branches where your students can volunteer, we'll move on to the next slide. Okay, so for those of you who are not familiar with this word, PVSA, this stands for the President's Volunteer Service Award. Okay, so most of your students must have got the President's Award for their education. If they are a student, like if they are very good in their studies, they must have received the President's Award too. But this is also the same President's Award, but this is for the volunteer category. So if they have done an exceptional work by contributing to the community, or they have inspired others, then we recommend those kind of students to receive this award. And if you're not already familiar, GATS is a certifying organization, and this is our 3rd year we are doing this volunteer award. Okay. And you might think, okay, what is special about this award? So normally a student, when they apply for colleges and all, this having this award on your resume really stands out. So please make sure to make use of all the opportunities to get this award. Okay. Okay, so last year we had, sorry, not last year, in 2021, we had 10 students who received the PVSA. And in 2022, we had 5 students who received that award. So this year we are expecting a lot more. So please be on the lookout for your hours and any other opportunities that you can use to make yourself eligible. Okay, so speaking of the eligibility, as you can see on my screen, I'm sorry. Okay, I have tabular column here that lists the age category and the various award levels and the hours that you need to be eligible for each award. Okay, so mostly our high school students fall in the teen category or the young adults category. So if you just entered high school and if you're below 15 years old, you'll belong to the teens category, and you can qualify either for the bronze, silver, or gold award based on the hours you have accumulated. Okay, and next, if you are a young adult who's 16 and above, then you have a different set of hours eligibility. So please follow that and work your way up in getting that award. Okay, so I'm not going to spell out those awards, award levels and the hours. As you can see, it's very much clear in the tabular column. So please take a screenshot or come back to this presentation, or it's even available on the Presidential Award website. So you can go through that and get this information. Okay. So once you become eligible for that award, you might wonder, okay, what does GATS cover in this? Okay, so generally, when you become eligible for PVSA, there are 3 different packages: the bronze, silver, and gold. And in that, you can get a customized certificate, a congratulatory letter from the president, and either you can get a medal or a coin or a pin. So as you can see here, we have given the pricing for the various things you can get for this award. But what GATS covers is, we cover the certificate and the medal cost. So if you are a GATS member, this is automatically covered. But in addition, if you want to get a pin or a coin, you can certainly do that by paying the extra cost, and we will get that delivered to you. So next we'll move on to the requirements from GATS. Okay, as I previously mentioned, you definitely need a family membership through GATS to apply for this award. Next, you must be a US citizen, or you should be a green card holder. So there are so many students who have volunteered a lot in the past, but due to not being a US citizen or green card holder, they have not been able to get that award. But from GATS, we sincerely thank them for their service. But if you do qualify, like being a citizen or green card, please go ahead and make use of this opportunity. Okay, so the next thing is hours requirement. You must have already seen the tabular column from the previous slides. So please make sure that you meet one of those hours as per your age group. And regarding the breakdown of hours, for example, if you're a teen volunteer under 15, you need only 50 hours to get the presidential award. And in that also, 10 hours can be from outside organization. For example, you're part of another nonprofit organization, or you're volunteering in a library or any other community place. And if you're able to get 10 hours from there, you can certainly show that proof, and you can include that in this requirement. And then we also permit 20 hours from any of the GATS affiliated Tamil schools. In case you're wondering what are the affiliated Tamil schools, on the right side of the slide, you can see the list of GATS affiliated Tamil schools. So if you're part of any of these schools and you're volunteered there, please submit the necessary proof that you have volunteered, and you can bring in 20 hours from there. And the remaining hours should be from GATS. Okay, so if you have like a 50-hour requirement, 10 hours is from outside organization, 20 hours is from the Tamil schools, and the other 20 hours is from the GATS volunteering. Okay. The same way, if you're a young adult volunteer and if you need like 100 hours, 10 hours should be from the outside organization, and then 20 can be from the Tamil schools, and the remaining 70 should come from like GATS. Okay. Okay, so next we move on to the frequently asked questions. So many of you have asked in the past, can a student carry over hours from one year to the other? For example, this year you have enough hours to apply for the bronze award. But in case you want to accumulate more hours, but you cannot do it this year, and if you want to do it next year, sorry, we won't be able to do that because this is applicable only for one calendar year. Whatever hours you accumulate, it's only for one calendar year. Okay. The next question is, how many times does GATS apply for this award in a year? So starting from this year, we are applying it twice in a year. So this is particularly like for students who are in their senior year, and if they want to get their certificate in advance, if they want to receive that in advance so that they can start putting in their resume, then they can certainly apply in August or in December. So the other question that we frequently get is, okay, I turned 15 in February, and after that I'm going to turn 16 later. Like by that time I'll fall in a different age category. What do I do? So students ask that question a lot. So in that case, sorry, unfortunately, we have only these two cutoff times, August and December. So whatever age you are during that time is what we will be taking to apply. Okay. The next thing is, as I've told you before, like some students do not have the US citizenship or the green card holder. So people have asked, like, if GATS recognizes them in any other way. Yes, definitely GATS really honors your service. So you will be invited. So please reach out to us and let us know that although you have the hours, you're not eligible for this award. So in that case, we will be inviting you for our GATS volunteer appreciation event. Okay. And next thing is, does internship count towards the volunteering hours? Actually, no. Internship is for providing experience to students. So that cannot come under volunteering. So therefore, hours will not be provided for that. I'll move on to the next slide. Okay, the next question is, where do I see my hours for education-related volunteering, like tutoring, boot camp, SAT, and all that? So in case you're part of tutoring, you'll definitely be familiar with our attendance tracking sheet. It is in our WhatsApp group description. So everyone has access to it 24/7. And the attendance is like updated bi-monthly. So you can always make sure that your hours are updated. And if it is not, you can reach out to our attendance officers, Nitin and Kavin. So I'll be providing their contact information a little later. So please reach out to them and they will be able to make the necessary corrections if it's not there. Okay, so as far as anything educational, all your hours are available on a spreadsheet and it's accessible anytime you guys want. And next thing, in case you're wondering where to locate your hours for general volunteering, general volunteering hours are tracked by Vatsala Aunty. So she normally provides a certificate after each event. So please be sure to keep a copy of those certificates so that you can provide that as proof when you apply for the PVSA. Okay. So the next question is, how do I provide my proof of hours to apply for the award? Okay, so for this one, I always say, like, while we are doing our part from GATS to keep track of your hours, it's every student's responsibility to keep track of your own hours. Okay, because sometimes mistakes do happen. So in that way, if you have your own records, then we will also be able to cross verify and make sure that the hours are matching. So for this, what you need to do is open up a Google Doc, have record your date and what you are volunteering for and how many hours you're volunteering. And also, if you receive any certificates or anything, make sure you take a screen print and just put it somewhere in that Google Docs, so that when we do the validation of your hours, it will be easier for us to make sure that, okay, here's the proof for this hour. Or like, for example, mainly we need proof for your outside volunteering hours. For example, you have worked in library, means get a letter from the librarian with the hours worked so that we can validate that. Okay. Yeah, I think these are the questions we've covered, but in case you have more questions, please feel free to reach us directly. Okay. So here, this is a little bragging page for us. So as you can see, in 2021, we have around 10 students here. Actually, there were a lot more because some of the students applied in December. We didn't get a chance to, like December end, like really last week of December, we didn't get a chance to take pictures with them, but there were another 4 to 5 more students who were eligible for that award in 2021. And this is the next picture is from 2022. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there were around 5 students who were eligible. And last year is when one of the students got the gold award and another student got the silver award. So we are really proud of all of them. And we'll move on to the next slide. And as you can see here, these are the different testimonies from our students. So I'm not going to read through everything, but if you do have time, please do read through it. They're all really very proud of their achievement. And I always tell our students, like getting this award and all, it's really good. But the basic thing that we have to have in us is like giving back to the community. So that is what parents should also encourage the students, and students should have it in their heart as well. So you should not be here just to get the hours. Okay, now I got the award, so now I'll move on to the next thing. No, it shouldn't be like that. So your focus should be to give back to the community. And this is a great way to build your leadership skills as well. So be sure to teach others, and the more you teach others, you will be like cementing that knowledge even more, that whatever you're teaching, right, it will be etched in your memory. So at first you might be a little hesitant. Now it's not just teaching. Even if you go volunteer somewhere, like to take the leadership thing, to lead something, you might be a little hesitant. But start working with other students. You will see maybe there'll be one person who'll be leading. When you observe them, you'll start knowing like what needs to be done, and slowly you will also build up that leadership skills. Okay. So next, this slide is more to give you the various contact people. Like, they are all, their phone numbers are listed here. You can reach out to any of them to get information. So as I've told previously, the first 4 people are specifically for the various committees. We will be able to answer you any committee related questions. But for general questions, you can always reach out to Mr. Sudhar. He's the Youth Committee license from the BOD, and this year's president is Mr. Shankar, and our GATS chairwoman is Mrs. Madhavi. So you can reach out to them for any general questions. Okay. And regarding your hours, as I previously mentioned, for tutoring, bootcamp, and SAT, all your hours are recorded in the attendance sheet. But if you have any discrepancies in your hours, please feel free to reach the attendance officers, Nitin and Kavin. Both of their numbers are listed here, so they will be able to help out. And regarding the general volunteering, Vatsala aunty has all the details. She will be able to help you. And I know that she is away for a family emergency, and I'll see what I can do. I will try to gather those information like hours, and I will try to issue the necessary certificates for you guys. So please give us some time. Anyway, like keep track of your hours, and please reach out to us if you have questions. And the most important thing I forgot to mention in the slide, by December 15th, we need to wrap this up. So that will give me like 2 weeks time to apply for the award and get it in my hand so that we can do the distribution. So whatever hours you can reach before December 15th, please go ahead and do it. Suppose you're already eligible for the bronze award and looking for working your way to the silver award, reach out to me. I've already posted messages. If you're looking for any extra work, I can give you some. So that way you can see if you can become eligible for the next level. Okay, I hope I covered as much information as I wanted to give you. But if you still have any more questions, you all have my phone number, or you have so many other contacts with whom you can reach out and gather information. I hope this session was helpful. Please be in touch with us and feel free to contact us anytime. Thank you for joining today.